Hello everyone. Welcome to today's live. Today, Gargi Arya. Okay, Gargi, so you're here. Hi Gargi. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Hi Gargi.
Hello,
Just give
ma'am.
me a minute. I'll just set
Yes.
up my camera once.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, here it goes. So, am I visible now, Gargi?
Yes, you are clearly visible.
Okay, am I audible, Gargi?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Welcome, Gargi, and welcome to all the viewers for watching this live today. My God, I have been so excited for this live because I have been waiting for this young girl to come and address the audience for what wonder she is doing in her life. She's just 15 years old, and I'm literally mesmerized by the way she is carrying herself as a motivational speaker and as the youngest life coach for teenagers. So when I was 15 years old, I was very clueless about my dream. And look at her, how she is actually, forming a path for her life and giving inspiration to so many others. She is a brilliant girl, let me tell you. And here I start with her introduction. So everyone, thank you for joining. And I hope you get a lot of insights from this session. I'll quickly introduce Gargi and then we'll start with today's session, which is about moving towards excellence in life. Okay, so our topic for today is moving towards excellence in life. Okay, so let me start with Gargi's introduction. For those of you who do not know about her, yeah. Gargi Arya is a 15-year-old international motivational speaker of Adjoy HTC, and she's also the author of the book, The Lion-Hearted Soul. Okay, so she's the author of the book, The Lion-Hearted Soul. She is on a mission to educate, empower, and encourage teenagers to become gutsy, genius, and gifted. And I'm sure she is doing brilliantly well in her journey. She's studying also, and she's on a mission to empower other teenagers. What a brilliant combination, Gargi. Now,
Thank
Gargi
you
told
so
me,
much.
very nice, Gargi. So she also told me about her mission. So she says that we cannot always prepare the future for the youth, but we can definitely prepare the youth for the future. And that's what she's on a mission in her life. So welcome, Gargi. So can we start, Gargi?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, and thank you to all those who are joining. Means a lot.
How cute, Gargi. Really, really, I'm very humbled that I'm there with you and you are there with me and we are doing this conversation. So the first question, Gargi, that I want to ask you is, you have done so much in life just being a 15-year-old, right? Sometimes when I look at the motivation or the inspirational quotes that you share and the kind of ideas that you share, I get so motivated and inspired, and I'm like, if Gargi can do all of that, why can't I, right? So you are that inspiration for all of us, not only for the youngsters, but also for the adults. So what are you passionate about? Would you like to share something with your audience? What are you passionate about in life?
Yes, ma'am, sure. So I'm basically passionate about learning, teaching, and coaching other people. So before I'm a teacher, like apart from being a student of school, I'm also a life coach and a motivational speaker. But apart from coaching and training other people, helping others to design a life they love, I also like to be a student much more. Like I'm always into the success programs, different programs of Pooja Puneet, Siddharth Rajshekhar, and all the success Gyan mentors. So for me, learning comes first, and that's why I always say that lifelong learning is the most essential thing that you can follow. I believe from my heart that self-education is much more important than the formal education because it will make you a fortune, and the formal education will only get you a living. So I truly believe in it, and for me, I'm basically passionate about learning new things, being creative. The second thing I love the most is coaching and training other people, helping them overcome their obstacles, talking with them, being a good listener. Because in today's world, what I have noticed is most people, they really need some kind of people who can listen to them, who can listen to how they feel, how they are reacting, and give them a path, not the answer, just a direction in which they can move and see that this was the girl or this was the boy that I look up to, and he or she helped me to get there. So these are the two things which I'm most passionate about. Apart from these two, I also love to dance. These are the things.
Okay. Yeah. So, hello to all of you who have joined, and welcome to the session. And thanks, Gargi, for sharing about your passion. Now, let us dig deeper into. You said that you're into coaching and training. So, I'm also a life coach, and you're also a life coach. But seeing you a life coach at this age really makes me like it gives me a lot of goosebumps. So, Gargi, how did you discover that you have to be a motivational speaker, or when did you actually discover this passion of yours towards helping teenagers? Because you're just in school, and children are not even clear about it, and they just want to study. What gave you that spark to discover your passion?
So, during the COVID pandemic, when the lockdown was there and everything was shut, I lost someone I loved, and that kind of hit me to the bottom, hit me hard. And from then on, I started on a journey. After going through all those mental health issues, depression and anxiety for about 3 to 4 months, I discovered that I needed to do something which will help me to live a life that I can be proud of. So from then on, I started making my own bucket list. I'm very passionate about what are the things that I would like to do before I die. So I started to search bucket list, how to write a bucket list, how to make it creative, so I can really feel uplifted when I see it every day. So as I was looking on other people's bucket list on Google, I found something, writing a book. So writing a book was never my dream, but it came from some other bucket list, and I thought, why can't I write a book? So then I thought that I have an experience also, and I was looking for motivation at that point of time because I was also lost and alone at that time. So I always used to watch many kind of videos, and then I thought, now it's time for me to shine. Now it's time for me to let my story out, to let other people know that COVID is a mess, but in that mess we have a message that God wants us to know. And thus the first book that I wrote, it was The Lion-Hearted Soul, and basically I am very much inspired by lion. This book, it had another name before when I was writing it, but one day my mother, she showed me a video on why lion is known as the king of the jungle. He has none qualities like king. Like giraffe is the tallest, he's not the tallest, he's not the fattest. Then how is he the king of the jungle? And when that video showed that he had a very different kind of charisma and personality in his kingdom, if you see an elephant and a lion together, an elephant is 8 times bigger than lion. But when they will face together, the lion will not run away. Who will run away? The elephant. So that's why it was a very keen topic for me to discover, and I thought that each and every one of us, we are living as a sheep in today's world. and not knowing that there's a sleeping giant, there's a sleeping lion within us, and if we tap into his power, we can just live a life, an extraordinary life, more than our limitations, more than our own imaginations. So this, the one incident which led me to discover or to go on this path of coaching and training, the wake up call for me was losing that loved one, and since then I think there's no looking back for me right now.
So proud of you, Gargi. Let me say that what you said, when we convert our mess into message, that's when we realize that we as human beings have so much potential. We always think that we are sheep, but there's always a lion hidden inside us. So glad at such a young age, Gargi, you recognize that after going through a difficult situation in your life, but you never gave up. In fact, I must say that you rose above your ordinary level to an extraordinary being. Wow. Great to hear all of that. So let me just look at the, so somebody saying such an inspiration. Good to hear that about you, Gargi. So this is what you have been passionate about. Okay, I have one more question, which I would like to ask you, and I'm really curious to know. When you coach teenagers or when you talk to them, do you feel a certain sort of inhibition that, okay, they are of my age? Or what makes you be like a coach towards them? Because somewhere some of them who are of your age might be expecting, their thought process to be just like your thought process to be just like theirs. But do you notice something different when they interact with you and they are like surprised, oh, how come Gargi is speaking all of that? So what is their reaction?
So when I talk to teenagers or to my own friends, so the one thing that I always notice in them is most of the people, they don't have clarity right now that what they want to do in their lives. Like when it comes to 11th also, in 11th class we choose 3 kinds of streams: science, commerce or humanities. So in this phase also, the teenagers, they are not able to clarify that shall I go to this stream, shall I go to that stream. So mine too is because my career is towards life coaching, so the thing which will marry both of them will be humanities, because it's all about psychology. But when I see other teenagers, they are mostly like, मेरे पापा ने बोला है, that's why I'm taking science, और मेरी मम्मी ने बोला है, that's why I'm taking commerce. So this is one thing that I feel that they should have that courage कि नहीं, if I will take science, then I know that parents, they are always coming from a place of love, from a place of a big heart, that my child, they want to see their child very super successful and a content person. But if you will ask the child what do you want, they will not say what they want. Instead, they always keep on saying what their parents want. So I'm not against this relationship. They are very beautiful relationships. Parents come out of a place of love. But the one thing that I need the teenagers to know is, if you want something, communicate properly to your parents that, Papa, I know that you are coming from a place of love, but you know what, if I will go for science stream, or if I will go for any stream, or whatever you think I should become, I won't be as happy as I should be. Like, I won't feel that love, I won't feel that happiness being at that place. But you know what, if you truly want me to be a happy person, then I need to do this in my life, because I know the kind of potential I carry in my heart for this career or for that career. So this should be clear. The another thing that I always see is they don't have an identity. Most people, when I ask them that what do you love about yourself, they just talk about their appearance and nothing else. Outer appearance matters, but the inner world doesn't matter to them. So I always encourage them, find some time for yourself, take some time out to know that who you are, what you truly want to do, but they are always engaged in their friendships or other stranger talks or anything that they like, but they never peep into themselves. So these two things, I think they need to have that courage and clarity so they can truly talk to their parents what they want, truly peep into themselves that yes, this is my career, this is what I want to pursue, and then so it's already fine.
How beautiful, Gargi. I mean, coming from you makes a lot of sense. Obviously, this is something that we all have been talking about, but we realized this when we were grown ups. Like after the age of 20 or 22, 25, we realized all of this because that's when this discussion started. But you telling that the teenagers mostly are lacking in clarity, they do not communicate properly with their parents, where parents need to give them the space that if we love you as children, we care for you, but you also need to have that identity. How beautifully you have put this, Gargi. So, if I reiterate what you said that children these days, especially teenagers, need to have clarity. They need to communicate properly with their parents and they need to have their own identity. And for that, they need to have their own voice.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we know that what you're passionate about and how you interact with teenagers and what you have observed about their thought process. The next thing that I want to ask you is what personal achievement are you most proud of? One personal achievement that you're most proud of.
The one personal achievement that I'm most proud of is talking with Blair Singer. So, like, I attended his program, the 3-day program, Trainer Mastery program by Blair Singer in August last year. So, at that point of time, he didn't know me, nor I knew him. Like, I was just new to his programs, to his new ideas, because I always heard about Blair Singer, that he's called the Master of Masters. And if anyone wants to excel in this field of coaching, they must learn from Blair Singer. So I was just there in the 3-day program. I was listening, learning, and implementing whatever he was telling. But like the first day, I asked a question. There were like forms for the questions. So I asked him, but my name didn't come on that day. And on the second day, suddenly when there was a Q&A round, my name came. And the fun fact was I didn't ask a question, and the question that I asked on first day, I forgot about it. So when I was put on the screen along with him, I was just blank and I just said that I didn't ask any question. Maybe some by mistake my name is taken.
Okay.
Then because my voice is like soft and a little bit childish, so he just asked my age, that what is your age? And when I said 14, he was surprised to see me and he said that you are the youngest girl that I've ever seen in my programs up until now. And then on the last day, when his program was there, the gold certification program, I am very proud to say that I am a certified coach. The Blair Singer's program in gold certification, and he gave that program to me for free because he believed in my potential and it was worth 2 lakhs or 1 lakh rupees. So that was really a proud moment for me. And then the next day I received a message from Suren sir, the founder of Success Gyan, that we are so proud of you. And I'm a blind follower of Success Gyan, and coming and listening to these words from him was like, wow, a dream come true.
Wow. Amazing. Even I attended the 3-day mastery program, trainer mastery program from Blair Singer. And I must say that what kind of experience we had, it was phenomenal. And you did this last year and then you got to get that bonus and you became a certified coach. Amazing. I must say that this is definitely the most proud wala, personal achievement. Wow, I'm so
and
proud of
one
you.
more thing, he also has read my book.
Wow, again, kudos to you, Gargi. Wonderful, wonderful. Keep going forward. Now, Gargi, I know that you're a very positive person and you like to spread a lot of positivity. So, there's one thing that when we wake up in the morning, we are usually so much blinded by our thought process that, like, I have to wake up, I have to get ready, I have to attend this class, I have to get ready for my office, I have to rush and do a lot of things. But what we usually forget is to pause for 2 minutes, just do this prayer and look above, close our eyes, and be grateful to God each and every day. If we are very confused that, oh, what will I be grateful for? Then we can just be grateful for at least a new day that we are waking up. So, do you believe in the power of gratitude?
Actually, your voice was breaking in between, so can you
Okay,
repeat the question?
sure. I am asking that do you also believe in the power of gratitude in life?
Yes, this is one of the most important things that I do on a consistent basis. Like whatever time I wake up, it's not very important that gratitude, it's always necessary to do it in the morning. You can always do it in the evening depending on your availability, your habitual routine, whatever it is. So gratitude, the one thing that I have ever learned from my life is being grateful. And this is one of the biggest lessons because every day, like my mom also is here, so she's writing that I'm in a habit of extending gratitude every day early morning at 4:30 a.m.
Okay,
So yes, so gratitude has changed my life completely. It's not important that you need to write a whole list of 10 things, 50 things, 100 things. Just write 5 things and I can guarantee that you will not stop. You will just,
exactly.
because our mind focuses on what we focus on. So if I will focus on my work, that I will have to do this, I will have to work early, I will have to wake up early in the morning, I will have to do an interview, I will have to go for there, I will have to study. So I'm focusing only on work. Today, the one thing that we need to understand is we are human beings, we are not human doing. So we
You,
have converted our whole mentality into human doing.
yeah,
First, be grateful, be positive, whatever you want, just be that. Extend your aura, extend your personality. Imagine that you are that powerful personality, and then act as if you have achieved the thing that you wanted. Then do those things. So if I want to be a life coach, then I will first look around that who is the most famous life coach, what are they doing, I will follow them. Then I will be first, I will imagine that I'm also a life coach and I will start doing the things that they are doing. They are posting on social media, videos, quotes, whatever. And then I will have whatever I want to in my life. So be the human being, not a human doing. So, and gratitude is a must. Find at least 5 minutes. I have always heard, like one session I was attending of Raj Shamani, and he said that if you can't find at least 1 hour or 30 minutes for your own self, forget about success. You are not meant, because success will come to you naturally when you will start stealing time from others for yourself, because when you say no to others, you actually say yes to one
yeah,
person, and that is you. So gratitude is a must.
exactly. And you rightly said it that it's not necessary we do it in the morning. I usually do it in the evening around 7 to 8 when I am transitioning between my work to cooking and then eating. That's when I open my cute little notebook and I've decorated it like really nicely because that gives me a lot of positive vibes. And I just fill one page. Sometimes I feel like I have so much to write for the entire day, what I'm grateful for. So, as you rightly said, if we focus on being grateful for small things in our life, our mind will work in that direction. But if I say that today I didn't score this much in my exam, or my meeting didn't go well, or this didn't happen, then obviously it is going to go in that direction and we feel everything is negative. So it's very important to build that positive mindset, and gratitude works wonders.
Yes.
What are you most grateful for today, Gargi? Today or in general in life, in life general.
So, like I'm mostly grateful to my parents because they support me every time. Whatever I want to do, they allow me. They are not like some parents. I have some friends where the parents they force their child to go in that way or in some other way, not following their heart. But my parents from since childhood they have supported me, so they are a blessing for me from God. The next thing that I am grateful for is all the people that I have, including you, including my tribe members and all the Insta family, the social media family, my friends. Because there was a time when I look back today, there was a time when I felt that I was not loved. Everyone was playing games with me. During those days, I just felt alone. I just felt like I'm nothing in my life. But when I received those small, beautiful messages that Gargi, you impacted my life in this way by watching your videos, I got to know a new perspective of this topic. So those messages really helped me to wake up with full enthusiasm and sleep with more than a satisfactory heart. And thus, I feel that I am the chosen one by God, because it's very rare that you will see a young person talking to like this. And everywhere I go, I just tell people one thing, that I'm not here to impress you, that Gargi is so young, that's why she always keeps on talking about herself. I'm not that way. I'm here to impress upon you that if I can do this at such a young age, then why are you doubting yourself? There are so many people who started small, who started like us, and they are at a very big level. So just believe in yourself, have faith, surrender to God, and one day will come when everything that you desire will come true.
Exactly. Gargi, you said this word surrender to God. There have been a lot of times in my life and even till today when I feel confused, like I've done so much and things are not happening according to me. I have full divine faith and I just surrender. And when I surrender, there is an instant shift in my energy. I can feel a shift in my aura, and then my thought process becomes so clear that I'm not forcing myself to do things, or I'm not forcing things to happen to me. They instantly happen. So I feel if you push yourself to do things, that one particular thing in one day, you will get frustrated. Just let the divine timing come and let yourself to be surrendered to God. It might not take one day, but you will complete that thing in 3 days, and the satisfaction that you get from that is very beautiful. You would want to continue on the journey rather than getting frustrated that it didn't happen in one day.
Yes.
I believe in sustainability. Okay, thank you, Gargi. Now the next question is, you said that self-love is very important, right? And I'm sure you're loving yourself a little more each day, with each passing day. So how can you love yourself a little more today? So if I compare yesterday to today, what will Gargi tell to herself? How can she love herself a little more today?
Okay, so I will love myself a little more today by following the mirror exercise. So mirror exercise, it's something that I don't follow like very consistently. I do this very not on a consistent basis, 1 day, 2 day. So this is an exercise which I will do. And to those of you who don't know, it's simply standing in front of the mirror, looking into your own eyes, applauding yourself for whatever has gone well in your life today. And thus, after you have completed praising yourself, appreciating yourself, just say to yourself, look into the eyes and say, I love you so much, Gargi, or say your name, and that will be the most proud moment you can have.
Exactly. Great, Gargi. So you said that you would want to love yourself a little more every day by doing that mirror exercise, which empowers you.
Yes.
Wonderful. And now I would want to know, you are 15 years right now. So when you were 11 or 12, what is the shift that you have noticed in yourself? How have you grown? What were you when you were 11 and 12? And what is the difference that you notice in yourself right now?
Okay. When I was 11, and if I compare myself to the current version of me and then to my younger version, so earlier I was always in the reaction mode, that whatever happens, I will just burst into tears, or maybe I will say some words which will hurt the other person. But today, when something happens like this, so for example, if I take an example of relationships or friendships, so if suppose my friend has not called me and I told her that, you know what, we will talk at 6 p.m. and suppose she didn't come, she didn't call me, or when I called her she was busy, she didn't pick up the phone. So earlier reaction used to be, यार कैसी दोस्त है, कहती है बेस्ट फ्रेंड है, and she's not even picking up my call. But now today, because I've invested in myself, because I've gone through all those things, now I feel that because I am a more evolved version of Gargi, so I think that maybe she is busy right now, maybe कोई काम होगा, or she's suffering right now that she doesn't want to talk with me. So instead of bursting on herself, putting all the blame on her, I will first ask her, why didn't you pick my call? So it's all a shift in the reaction and response mode. First I used to react, I used to blame everyone, parents, friends, family members. But now today, whatever happens, I just say to myself, I am responsible for my own happiness. And this is the one thing which has majorly shifted the entire trajectory of my life.
Exactly. I want to applaud for you, Gargi. Not many people understand this shift in their thought process and the way they react. Not many people understand. Even when they are 40, 50 years old, some really don't want to understand. So I really hope that people who are watching and hearing this message of yours, we must understand that we are 100% responsible for our own happiness, whether somebody is reciprocating the feeling of friendship for us or not, whether things are happening as per our choice or not. When we react, we just give away our power and we spoil our entire day. For the other person, it doesn't affect them. They don't even know about it. So it is for our own inner peace and for our own clarity of thoughts that we first have to bring ourselves to that position, that we don't spread ourselves like, oh, things didn't happen according to me. We don't have to let ourselves get so shattered. Bring ourselves in a collective manner, and that can only happen when we shift our reaction to response. So
Yes.
when we pause, when we think, okay, should I react like this or should I be calm and then try to find a reason behind a certain thing. That's actually
Another thing that I would like to add here is, because there are 10 people in the room and you all are listening to what we are talking about, and I hope it's really adding value to your life. The new story that you can give yourself is, it's not important. Investing in yourself doesn't mean it always have to be in a paid form. You are watching a free video, that's investing in yourself. If you are taking a free course, that's an investment that you are making in yourself. Some way you are looking for that knowledge and the transformation to happen in you. So the new story that you can give yourself here is, I have listened to the session Moving Towards Excellence by Tanya ma'am and Gargi, and they have explained the whole thing about reaction and response and what all we have talked about here. The one thing that you can give yourself is that I listened to this. My friends didn't listen, the world didn't listen, so I I am a much more evolved version than them. That's why let them think whatever they want about me. It's not my monkey, not my circus. So I'm not going to bring all that emotional naughty that they are bringing into my life. So the better way is I just respond. I just let go of it, and that will make me peaceful inside my own world. Because inner peace is the most highest value that you can ever keep. Either fight or leave and follow your inner peace. The one thing is this.
Yes, absolutely, Gargi. How beautifully you have explained this. If we get that inner peace, that can only happen from our internal circumstances. Nothing from the external world can give us inner peace. Most of the
Yes,
times we think that we will distract our mind, we'll watch a movie, or we will chit chat with our friend, or we will read a book, or we will do something else, or we will go out for shopping. These are very temporary ways of giving ourselves peace. I think the best way that we can become peaceful is start investing in ourselves, in our personal growth, in our personal development. And our inner energy changes, our outer world immediately changes. And these things like, oh, people are rude to me, people are not responding to me, they are not living up to my expectations, we stop bothering about all of this.
yes.
Okay, Gargi. So there are a lot of compliments that you're getting, Gargi. A lot of blessings that you're getting. Wow. So great to
Thank you
see all
so
the
much for
comments.
all this.
So, Gargi, one last question before we wind up. What advice would you give to children who are between 6 years of age to 12? Like they have not yet entered into that teenage thing. So I believe that from till the age of 5 to 6 years, our subconscious minds develop, right? So if you want to
Yes.
interact with not teenagers but the little children who are between 6 years of age to 12, what advice would you want to give to them so that they can get more clarity in their life? Just one solid advice, like which is like when they listen to it, they'll be like, oh, why did I think about it? Something like that.
The one advice is exploration. Explore, follow your heart. So this is the age 6 to 12 years when we are not clear but our subconscious develops. So suppose if you are attracted towards airplanes, if you are attracted towards becoming a pilot, or if you are attracted towards anything, follow it, explore. We have, like most of the children, they think that either I can have this or this. But the one thing that we need to understand is I can have this and this. Don't live an or life, live and life. So
Okay.
this is something I learned from Rajiv Talreja. Explore, follow your heart. If you are attracted towards food, food like becoming a chef, chef, then go towards it. If you are attracted towards life coaching or any seminars or any kind of career, anything that you love, just follow it. And at this point of time, the parents also, they are agree कि जा भाई जी ले जिंदगी. This
Yes.
time you will never hear any parent saying that
Stop it.
don't do this, don't do this. So they are free. They are like free birds. They have freedom. So just go there, explore whatever you want. What will happen? You will go there. Maybe that path, when you will keep on walking, will not suit you. What will happen? Come back, then explore a next path, then explore a next path. So this is the one advice that I will give. And when they will become in the teenagers or adulthood stage, they will automatically get the clarity because they have explored those all the choices. Now they know that these choices, they didn't work for me. The best option is this. Done.
Yes. Wow, Gargi, I love this advice. Let me tell you, I have been thinking on the similar fronts, but I never implemented this in my life because at that time, I guess so much of the social media did not exist, and we were living in a very caged sort of life. It was just between school and home and doing our homework and going out to play in the park. It was just meant to be like that, I guess. It was not very extraordinary. But now that you have said that this age, when we are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, we can explore, and it's not just about exploring one thing, exploring multiple options. So when we reach 18 years of age, 20 years of age, we'll have more clarity that, oh, these 10 things did work for me in the last 10 years when I explored them. So let me focus on these 5 options in front of me.
Yes.
How beautiful. How beautiful. So thanks, Gargi. Any questions from anyone? Any questions that you would like to ask? Somebody saying very valuable advice. Indeed, Gargi, it is. Thank you so much for giving your blessings to Gargi. Anyone who would like to ask any question, or then we can end the session. Okay. So somebody has asked, how can I grow my public speaking skills? Okay. So I'll answer this, although this session is around personal excellence. So one tip that I would want to give to you is that if you want to improve your public speaking skills, you first have to stop comparing yourself to any better public speaker that you see and start believing in yourself. Now, when I say believing in yourself, start with positive affirmations and visualization. So you can take a piece of paper and write down the positive affirmations for yourself. These affirmations could be, I am a confident speaker. I have clarity of thoughts. I'm able to motivate people. I'm able to impact people with my words. These are some positive sentences that you can write for yourself and stick it on a mirror. Now, why I ask you to stick it on a mirror is because every time we see ourselves every day in the mirror. So when we have stuck that paper, it's so much in front of us 3 to 4 times in a day or even more that it just goes inside our head and we stop and it just settles in our subconscious somehow. And that starts to become a reality. So in order to grow your public speaking skills, you first have to feed that thought process in your mind through affirmations. And please do it consistently. Do not take this thing very lightly that I will say the affirmations in my mind without opening my mouth and I'll just do it randomly. No. Take a piece of paper, write down in bold letters, use colored pens and stick it on a mirror and read it every day in the morning and before going to bed, read it out loudly. And even if you stand in front of the mirror 2 to 3 times in a day, you will have a look at it. Your eyes will not escape that paper. So those words, those sentences will actually impact your psyche, right? And it will start to become your reality. And then the second point that I would like to say is visualization. Now, when I say visualization, it means you need to close your eyes and you need to visualize yourself as a great public speaker where you are addressing an audience of 20, 30, 50, 100 people. So just close your eyes, imagine yourself on a stage, imagine that you're holding the mic, you're speaking on your favorite topic, 20, 30, 50, 100 people are listening to you. Imagine what is their reaction. Imagine they're applauding for you. Imagine how you move from this place to this particular place on the stage. Imagine everything. Imagine you taking changing the PPT slides on the back side and you're looking at the PPT and you are also interacting with people. Imagine all of that because visualization is a very powerful technique. A lot of my clients who come to me, they don't take this particular thing very seriously. They think that writing affirmations and visualization is like a waste of time, but it isn't. Everything has to be first fixed in your mind and then only you can improve your speaking process. So first is affirmation, second is visualization, and third would be grab an opportunity to speak in front of people. And do not fear any sort of fear of failure or fear of embarrassment that how will I speak. Because see, if you will think that once I'm ready, once I gain the courage and then I'll go on stage, it will never happen. You need to go on stage again and again, find opportunities yourself and you will ultimately gain confidence. So that was my advice for someone who asked this question. I hope it answers. So Gargi, there are some questions I think for you. how deal with teen behavior these days while they're confused? Okay, somebody has this question.
Okay. So how to deal with the teenagers' behavior these days while they are confused? So one thing, the first thing, if they are confused, don't say they are confused. Because when you say I am confused, I'm confused, I'm confused, I'm stuck, the universe will always respond to the vibes that you are sending. So if you are always saying I am confused, the universe will always send you the confusion a lot more than it is right now. Start saying, tell those teenagers, start to say, let me figure out this, let me explore. So here also the one thing is about exploration. Tell them whatever they have the options. If there are so many options, tell them what they want to do in their life. If they have those options, ask them what they want. If there are 5 options, tell them to explore it. Tell them that, beta, if this will not work, maybe the 4th will work. 4th will not work, maybe the first one will work. If those 5 options are also not working, tell them to explore more and more, because when you explore, the universe will always send you the opportunities which will help you to explore. The next thing is set rewards and consequences. Now teenagers, they also have this behavior. Who will explore? I'm very lazy. I don't want to do this. I don't have confidence. Tell them, suppose teenagers, suppose if your child, he watches a lot of TV. Tell them, if you want to watch the TV, have that consequence. You will have to do this according to your whatever that option is. Tell them to explore, and once they have done that task, then their reward will be watching TV. Otherwise, if they have not done, punishment will be much more. Like, punishment doesn't mean you will start beating them or you will start scolding them. Be there for them, trust them, and help them to clarify whatever they want in their life. So these are the 2 things. First, stop saying I'm confused, explore, and the next thing is set consequences and rewards.
Very nice, Gargi. I would just like to add one more point in the first one where you said that allow them to explore. I must say, Gargi, that you have put it very beautifully. Instead of saying I am confused, it is very important for parents to help the teenagers change their vocabulary. This might look like a very small change in the way we speak the sentence. But if I say I am confused, Gargi, should I study physics or chemistry? I'm so confused. Oh, this is one way. My energy is just going to go down because I am sending those vibes to myself. But the moment I change my vocabulary and I say, so I have to do physics and chemistry. Let me explore which one interests me more, right? So just a simple shift in your vocabulary sends a signal to your mind that you're ready for exploration, and it is not something that you are forcing yourself. Because the moment your mind knows that you're forcing yourself, you will stop enjoying anything. So don't allow your mind to feel forced and just start using a positive vocabulary of, let me explore, let me see what will happen, let me just, see what is going to happen. So have that kind of enthusiasm, build it in the teenagers.
And here one more thing, it just popped up in my mind. Have pros and cons for both. So let's say you said, should I study physics or should I study chemistry? See the pros and cons. Everything has pros and cons. Look, what will be the benefits of studying physics? What will be the benefits of studying chemistry? What are the challenges of physics? What are the challenges of physics and chemistry? And then after you have done, see which one attracts you the most. Benefits of chemistry are more than benefits of physics, but are they truly but do they truly suit you, suit your career, suit your field? So these things which help you to get out of confusion and set you in the exploration stage.
Very good, Gargi. I just want to add one more thing here for whoever asked this question. When she says that you need to find the pros and cons, it is very important that every child who is in the growing age, and it is also for adults, we as adults also get confused in our daily life. So, my mantra for removing the confusion from my life is have a set diary and a pen aside every day. And whenever I feel confused, I make two columns. On the left hand side, I write down what I'm confused about, and on the right hand side, I write down another thing. So it is always about mentioning the advantages and disadvantages. It is about mentioning them on a piece of paper. Because, see, if things are inside our mind, we will feel that we know everything, but we really don't know. When we start to put that down in words, and then the actual reality comes out, and we realize sometimes that what we are thinking is not exactly what is there on paper. So what is there on paper is actually the reality. So it's very important to write down the pros and cons on a piece of paper. So please inculcate that habit in the teenagers to keep writing their thoughts, to keep journaling their thoughts. Because when we journal, when we write, we are clearing our head of all the clutter. And one more way of reducing the clarity, of gaining clarity and reducing confusion in your life is encourage the teenagers to sit alone for 15 minutes and meditate. If they can't do it every day, at least we can start with 3 days a week. Meditation is very, 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 very powerful. Let me tell you, it will give you so much inner strength after 15 days, 20 days, that you will feel like, oh, there is a certain change, that force I have developed inside me, now nothing can stop me. So for some people, even after 21 days of habit of meditation, they will not feel the result. But please do not give up. Meditation is something so beautiful that you can experience the clarity of thoughts only once you do it. So please encourage the teenagers to also do that.
Yes.
Okay. Great. So you're getting a lot of thank you for your explanation, Gargi. Okay. So any more questions, or can we end the session then? Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this session, for taking out your valuable time and encouraging both of us, and especially Gargi, for all that she's doing in her life. Keep blessing us and keep blessing her. And I'm sure she's gonna surprise us with more exciting things that she's going to come up with. So
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Gargi. Thank you. So I'll end the session now, Gargi. And thanks everyone, all the audience who joined. Thank you so much. So now I'm ending. Take care, Gargi. And bye-bye, everyone.
Take care.
Stay blessed.
Bye.
Bye.